10 richest tennis players in 2025. Tennis is one of those sports where you can either leave the court with a sore backhand or leave the court with a private jet, a Swiss chalet, and an endorsement deal that pays you more than hitting fuzzy yellow balls ever did. While most of us argue over who's the GOAT, Federer, Nadal, or Djokovic, these legends are busy checking their bank balances, which, let's be real, have more zeros than a Wimbledon scoreboard. Today, we're counting down the top 10 richest tennis players in 2025. And trust me, these numbers will have you wondering if you've been playing the wrong sport all along. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss more eye-popping breakdowns like this one. Let's serve it up, starting from number 10. 10. Andy Murray. $120 to $130 million. Retired. Nationality, Great Britain, Scotland. Career highlights: 3-time Grand Slam champion, former world number 1, and an Olympic singles gold medalist in 2012. Andy Murray may not have the overflowing trophy cabinet of Federer or Nadal, but he's got something just as impressive: a bank account that makes even bankers blush. Retiring in 2024 after years of battling injuries, Murray turned his career into a business empire. His endorsement deals with American Express, Standard Life, Jaguar, and Head stacked up millions, but his smartest move? A substantial stake in Castore, a fast-growing sportswear brand now rivaling giants like Nike and Adidas. Beyond that, Murray has invested in tech startups and fitness ventures, showing he's as sharp with numbers as he was with passing shots. He also owns luxury properties across London and Miami, proving that while his hips may have slowed him down, his business sense is running marathons and winning them. 9. Steffi Graf. $145 million. Retired. Nationality, Germany. Career highlights: 22 Grand Slam singles titles, the only player ever to achieve the Golden Slam, all 4 majors plus Olympic gold in 1988. Steffi Graf isn't just tennis royalty. She's a legend whose name is carved into the history of the sport. While she hasn't swung a racket professionally in decades, her legacy and fortune remain untouchable. With Adidas, Opel, and other major endorsements during her prime, she secured her place financially early. Add to that her investments in joint ventures with Agassi, and you've got one of the wealthiest power couples in sports history. Today, Graf enjoys a quiet life, dedicating time to philanthropy and family. But make no mistake, she could buy center court if she wanted to, and still have enough left over to build a few more. 8. Agassi. $145 to $150 million. Retired. Nationality, USA. Career highlights: 8-time Grand Slam champion, 60 ATP titles, over $31 million in career prize money. Agassi wasn't just known for his flashy neon outfits and rebellious energy. He also built a serious financial empire. His endorsements with Nike, Head, Canon, and American Express were among the most lucrative in the 90s. Post-retirement, Agassi turned into a savvy investor, with stakes in real estate and education ventures, including founding a successful charter school network that reflects his passion for giving back. Add his partnership with Steffi Graf, and you've got a combined tennis dynasty worth nearly $200 million. Today, Agassi may spend more time in boardrooms than on courts, but his fortune proves his career was more than just style. It was serious substance with long-term impact. 7. Pete Sampras. $150 million to $160 million. Retired. Nationality, USA. Career highlights: 14 times Grand Slam champion, held the #1 ranking for 286 weeks. Pete Sampras was the king of the 90s, and he cashed in like royalty. With Nike, Wilson, and Movado filling his pockets during his prime, plus smart real estate investments in California, Sampras quietly built a net worth that still dominates decades after retirement. Unlike his flashier peers, Sampras has stayed low-key since hanging up his racket, rarely chasing the media or business spotlight. But when you're sitting on $160 million, who needs the headlines? He lets his wealth and records do the talking, and his legacy as one of the greatest to ever play speaks louder than any endorsement deal ever could. 6. Maria Sharapova. $180 million to $220 million. Retired. Nationality, Russia, U.S. resident. Career highlights: 5 times Grand Slam champion, former world number 1. Maria Sharapova wasn't just a tennis star, she was a marketing juggernaut. Her powerful brand appeal earned her deals with Nike, Porsche, and Evian, making her one of the highest-paid female athletes in history. Her entrepreneurial side came alive with Sharapova, her luxury candy company, alongside real estate investments in Los Angeles and beyond. She's also built a reputation in the venture capital world, backing promising startups in wellness, tech, and lifestyle. Even in retirement, Sharapova is a global icon, transitioning from athlete to investor and entrepreneur with effortless grace, and proving that her influence extends far beyond the baseline. 5. Rafael Nadal, 220 million. Retired. Nationality: Spain. Career highlights: 22 Grand Slams, including a mind-boggling 14 French Opens, an Olympic gold, and one of the fiercest rivalries in sports history. Rafael Nadal is the ultimate clay court king, but his business empire is just as solid. With over $134 million in career prize money, plus endorsements from Nike, Kia, and Richard Mille, Nadal built generational wealth that matches his generational dominance. Off the court, his Rafa Nadal Academy has become a global brand, attracting talent from around the world and cementing his legacy as both a champion and mentor. It's not just a training ground, it's a full-scale institution shaping the future of tennis, ensuring that Nadal's influence will outlast his playing days by decades. His investments in hospitality and restaurants in Spain also ensure that while he's retired, his fortune is still very much active. And true to his humble, grounded nature, Nadal has approached wealth the same way he approached the game, with quiet grit, relentless discipline, and a focus on building for the long term. Nadal may have said goodbye to professional tennis, but financially, he's still crushing opponents and proving that his winning streak extends far beyond the clay courts of Roland Garros. 4. Novak Djokovic, $240 million. Active. Nationality: Serbia. Career highlights: 24 Grand Slam titles, most in history, multiple year-end #1 seasons, and the all-time leader in career prize money. Still active in 2025, Novak Djokovic isn't just rewriting tennis history, he's rewriting financial history too. With Lacoste, Hublot, and Asics among his endorsements, plus smart ventures in real estate, restaurants, and wellness brands, Djokovic has built a fortune that rivals his rivals. His career prize money alone is unmatched. He's earned on-court more than any player in history, and his business sense ensures he'll be on this list long after retirement. Off the court, he's invested in player development and wellness initiatives in Serbia, further expanding his influence while giving back to his roots. He's also poured resources into his Novak Djokovic Foundation, which supports early childhood education and health programs, making his fortune not just about personal gain, but about impact. He may not always get the universal love of Federer's elegance or Nadal's warrior spirit, but Djokovic has carved out his own lane: resilience, longevity, and a relentless pursuit of both excellence and opportunity. When it comes to wealth, influence, and legacy, Djokovic is firmly in their league, and some might argue he's already leading the pack. 3. Serena Williams, $340 million to $350 million. Retired. Nationality: USA. Career highlights: 23 Grand Slam singles titles, former world #1, global cultural icon. Serena Williams redefined not just women's tennis, but sports as a whole. She dominated the court with 23 Grand Slam titles, carving out a record that places her among the greatest athletes in history. But her influence didn't stop with trophies. Serena became a powerhouse in business, culture, and fashion, rewriting the playbook for what an athlete could achieve off the court. Her endorsement portfolio is legendary: Nike, Gatorade, Beats by Dre, JP Morgan Chase, and more. Yet Serena went beyond sponsorships, founding Serena Ventures, a venture capital firm that has backed over 60 startups across tech, wellness, and finance. She's also built successful fashion and media projects, making her as much a mogul as a champion. What makes Serena's story even more remarkable is how she balanced these worlds while breaking barriers. She became a mother, an activist, and an entrepreneur without ever losing the edge that made her the face of women's sports for 2 decades. Her influence spills far beyond the baseline. Serena is a cultural icon who helped redefine strength, confidence, and success. Even in retirement, Serena's legacy is larger than life, on and off the court. She's not just remembered for her iconic serves, but also for her fearless advocacy, her bold entrepreneurship, and her role as an inspiration to generations who now see no limits to what an athlete can become. Serena didn't just change tennis, she changed the game of life itself. 2. Roger Federer, $1.1 billion. Retired. Nationality? Switzerland. Career highlights: 20 Grand Slam titles, longtime world number 1, co-founder of the Laver Cup. Roger Federer isn't just tennis's gentleman, he's tennis's first billionaire. His sponsorship deals with Uniqlo, Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, and Wilson turned him into a global brand ambassador whose face is as recognizable as his one-handed backhand. Add to that his savvy investments, including a minority stake in On, a Swiss sportswear brand now worth billions, and Federer is comfortably sitting in the Billionaires Club. But what truly sets Federer apart is how he made wealth look effortless. His elegance and marketability transformed him into a once-in-a-lifetime athlete who turns sportsmanship into serious fortune. Unlike many athletes who scramble for life after retirement, Federer planned his future like he planned his matches. Seamlessly, strategically, and with no wasted motion. Even in retirement, his presence at tournaments draws global attention, reminding the world that Federer didn't just play tennis, he elevated it into an art form. His financial legacy is every bit as enduring as his highlight reels, proving that sometimes grace under pressure can be just as profitable as power. In short, Federer didn't just win matches, he won life, and he did it in style. 1. Ion Tiriac, $2.3 billion. Retired. Nationality? Romania. Career highlights: just 1 ATP title. But hey, it's not about the trophies. Ion Tiriac is the definition of don't judge a book by its cover. With only 1 ATP title, you'd think he'd be far from this list, but his post-tennis career made him the richest tennis player alive. After hanging up his racket, he didn't just dabble in business, he built an empire. The Tiriac Group is a powerhouse spanning banking, insurance, real estate, and luxury car imports, with a portfolio that can make even seasoned tycoons jealous. But what truly sets Tiriac apart is his taste for luxury. He's famous for his jaw-dropping car collection, over 400 rare and vintage models ranging from Ferraris to Rolls-Royces. It's less a garage and more a private museum, one that can make even the world's wealthiest collectors green with envy. Today, he's worth a staggering $2.3 billion, proving that while he wasn't a Federer on the court, he was a Federer times 10 in the boardroom. He's living proof that you don't always need Grand Slams to win at life. Sometimes, all you need is grit, vision, and the ability to turn every business venture into gold. And let's be honest, if there was a Grand Slam for making money, Tiriac would have won it 24 times by now. So there you have it, the 10 richest tennis players in 2025, from billion-dollar empires to candy companies and fashion lines. Some earned it swinging rackets, others by swinging boardroom deals, but one thing's for sure, tennis has produced some seriously wealthy legends. If this list left you shocked, impressed, or secretly Googling how to become a tennis player at 30, you're not alone. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends, because who doesn't love a little inspiration wrapped in billions? Game, set, match.